Well, ladies and gentlemen, what have we here? More Call of Duty for this fine Saturday. When last we left off, I kept getting shot in the face. And I have no idea why we're here, but it's probably because we're trying to shoot some krauts. And the only thing new right now is I have finished my first plastic model in 8 years. A crack class cruiser. For those who don't know what a crack class is, it is a starship from Star Wars. The true EU. And it was a 6-inch model, so it took me a bit of time to paint and put decals on the bloody thing, because, well, it's really small. And what's worse is just the fact that my little magnifying glass with a light on it, the light kept dying. And so literally I'm trying to put on decals by flashlight. I do not remember how... Oh, there we go. That's how you throw a grenade. How do I shot web? How do I shot German? But, yeah. It turned out pretty well. I mean, it's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. Kind of like my gameplay here. But it turned out pretty well. I feel pretty happy with what I was able to do with that particular model. See, now that got me a Thompson, I'm doing pretty good, even though this thing weighs about 8 million pounds in real life. Dude, what would you even think you were doing? Why'd you run out in the middle of everything just to get shot? I guess he was tired of eating Kriegsbrat. And I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. One thing I tried to do with this model that I hadn't tried before is I tried to make my own custom decals. I just bought a sheet of decals and I was trying to cut out each individual letter and each individual number. That's like performing goddamn surgery. I had to do it twice and it still looked like shit. And I ultimately just said fuck it and used some decals from a different model entirely. And it turned out pretty good. I like how the registry numbers look. Now, since I'm a big fan of Star Trek, I kind of turned my Star Wars model into a Trek model. And so, the crack class cruiser is now the USS Hurricane. Originally, I wanted it to be the USS Sam Houston, but I couldn't get the actual letters and numbers to come out quite right. Eventually, I kind of was resorted to using a 0 for an O because I couldn't find the goddamn O. And I'm telling you how small this is. Here's an example. We'll get back to the gameplay. You see how small that is, ladies and gentlemen? Now imagine you have to try to cut out each individual letter and number, and your magnifying glass with the light on it. The light keeps going out. Holy shit, was it terrible. I'm kind of impressed that I even got the letters and numbers on there as good as I did, but I'm kind of glad it turned out like crap, so I had to use a real decal. A model I'm going to work on a couple months from now is going to be an Acclimator class assault ship, and it's a lot bigger, and that's going to be the USS Texas. And the decals for that are going to be way bigger, so it won't be quite as painful to try to make. And damn it. It's the only problem with using a controller. It's not 100% accurate.
Hot damn! But they got some tasty spoils in there, boys.
Oh yes, Private Huxley, you would totally talk like that. Yeah, because Huxley, tasty spoils there. Nice crispy meat, eh? Chuck grenade. There's a substantial delay when you throw that grenade. I get that that's supposed to be somewhat realistic, but still. And yes, I'm going to use the auto aim. Why? Because I'm like half awake. And that you do. I actually just finished. Ah, crap, run! Wow, McCullen there's pretty tough. A grenade goes off in his face and he's not even phased. Yeah, I just finished a weight session myself. I don't know how anybody can be bored these days. Maybe it's just me. I got a billion things to do all the time. Yeah, I need to eventually play Elden Ring. I played about 8 hours and haven't come back to it in about 2 months, or however long it's been since that game came out. It was pretty good. I just haven't really had a chance to play it. Because I got 8 million different things to do. See, like the Garand here, you know, that is an 8-pound rifle, but you kind of get used to the weight after a while. Although, then again, I'm not trying to march through Europe with it. March through the U-rips. Oh wow, that was a great throw there. Let's see. A Baneblade tank. That is a neat little tank. Even if it's not 100% realistic though, like all the rest of the 40k vehicles. Yeah, I got 4 plastic or 3. Crap, run! Sorry, Guzzo. You shouldn't have looked like a German. Although, what does a German look like? Do they like weird prawns? Probably. Yeah, but now that I finished the crack class, I've got a Federation class Dreadnought, which I'm going to work on in July. And then the Acclimator and the Cyclone class carrier is going to be done later. The Cyclone class carrier is going to be fuck. Because it is really, really, really small. Like, it's smaller than the crack. And with the crack, I was using an X-Acto knife! Using an X-Acto knife and a bloody pair of tweezers. And that was just not easy. It was painful. And yeah, the Garand is pretty nice. I have not shot mine in a couple of years now, just because 30-06, it was already expensive to begin with, but now it's like $5 a bullet, and I don't reload because I don't have any room for an actual rifle reloader. So I'm kind of screwed with that. It's a good thing I stacked as deep as I did, but you can only stack so deep. 139 hours. Holy crap. One day I will have a chance to play it, but that day is not today. That's what I like about first-person shooters. You know, they're nice and short. And when you have limited time, you know, game, you don't have to patronize me, you know. I will say that stuffing in a new clip, and it actually is a clip, stuffing in a new clip in real life, not that easy. And M1 thumb isn't really a thing if you're using new clips. At least from what I've been able to see with mine. But then again, mine was in really good shape. Gotta love that CMP. Although that front sight post is huge. When you're trying to shoot at 100 yards, it just covers up the target. You can get like a thinner front sight blade, but I just left mine stock. I've left my M1 Garand completely stock. That seems a very strange thing to do there. You might want to actually shoot the Germans instead of doing that. No going back now. Let's see. More than 50 AE, which is about $2.50. Oh, God. You know, Corporal Dixon, would you stop telling me out of here? You're not the boss of me. Got the game so far I can go each boss and third goal. And yeah, that's Elden Ring and all the rest of the Souls games, you know. It's all about how far you can take the challenge. It's kind of like making a plastic model, for me at least. It's like, people like to look at like model building as therapeutic. I do not. I want to know how hard I can make how hard it is to make a model, and if I can actually do it. Hence why I was using a pair of tweezers to move each individual letter that was probably like a millimeter in size. Although how many millimeters in a gallon, I'm not really sure. Because I only use the freedom units. The metric system is of the devil. That is a really nice lantern model. I'm quite impressed by it. It even has a little flame. Well, that's a 2D sprite. How could you, Treyarch? 2D in 2006? But I'm quite fond of the crack class. It's one of my favorite Star Wars ships, rather. Is because it's a giant it's not even a giant battle wagon. It's a moderately sized battle wagon that is something you'd probably see more often than a Star Destroyer. The only thing this game really needs is like auto lean out. Other than that, now that I've actually gotten used to playing another console first-person shooter, it's actually starting to get pretty good. I'm not sure if I would say this is better than, say, COD 2 or 1, though. Or Medal of Honor Allied Assault, but it's still pretty up there. God damn it! Asshole, you're not supposed to shoot people in the back. in your hole. Oh my. Probably shouldn't be eating Taco Bell. Although, to be perfectly frank, I've had Taco Bell before. Although, it was probably like 20 years ago, and it wasn't that bad. It was perfectly adequate fast food fare. Hey, that's Raycast. I like how Huxley is bulletproof, because I know if I ran out there, I would die almost immediately. So, like, the only problem with the M1 Garand is the fact you can't put an optic on it easily. You try to put one on there, and you gotta replace this giant front end that's gonna ruin the balance of the rifle. The M1 Carbine, on the other hand, very easy to modify. I guess it should be paying attention to the awesome battle we're fighting in, but whatever. Ooh, that guy got rocked. Now remember, this is 2006 going on here. This game is very impressive. Like, I did not remember it being this good. And that just looks amazing. More amazing for the fact that it's over 10 years old. And it's not constantly taking the control away from you to zoom in on the pretty pictures. Build a ship in a bottle. You know, I was gonna make the Star Trek reference to that, but the bloopers is funny. Is a lot more fun. Is a lot funnier than the actual show. It's like, I never played with toys. I never played with boys. Oh, Bad Worf. No, no, Bad Worf. I don't want to know what the Klingons get up to. No wonder Alexander doesn't like you. Oh, come on, let me kill him. He was the invincible German.
Easy, boys, easy.
Maybe we should just stay on this side of the river until, like, we can drop a nuke. Oh, fine. Mind-numbingly tedious to paint, I bet. I know this game. Oh my god, really, I slipped? Oh god, no. Okay, see, this isn't bad, but like, oh my god, this is something. Okay, I think I get what they want you to do. This is the days when they're trying to get more interactivity, and this is not a bad idea. Nah, okay, never mind. Now that I got the hang of it, I won't be annoyed at it. See, this is kind of interesting. I would hate to do this with a motion control dongle. Because, like, okay, with this, I just hit the right right thumbstick. This works. This functions. Imagine you're trying to, okay, imagine you're trying to do this. And you're hoping, you're praying it actually registers your motion, you know? This is why motion controls in VR just isn't worth it right now, because it's not good enough. Even now with modern-ish technology, getting motion controls to work right just isn't worth it. I mean, it was still interactive. It was still plenty interactive with just the thumbstick. Having to move the controller like an asshole just doesn't... I just fail to see the appeal. Let's see. The motion controls. Maybe. Better you than me. Sorry, Private Johnson.
We've got to do something. Something. This is bad. We've got to take out those 42s.
We gotta what? Play the video game? Shoot people in the face? Crap. Now I still died. Let's see. Game is awful on the PS3. I never used the PS3 long enough to really form an opinion of it because it died almost immediately after I bought it. Throw smoke.
We've got to...
You see, I don't know who's talking right now because I'm not really paying attention. Run! Run! Chuck grenade. Oh, crap! No! I should have just charged. Favorite non-Star Wars Timothy Zahn material? I gotta be honest, not much of his stuff that's non-Star Wars. I don't actually like much of his stuff that's non-Star Wars. The one with the dragon that, like, is a symbiote with some kid, I vaguely remember that being okay. I found Timothy Zahn to be kind of boring, though, in his non-Star Wars stuff. Master Chief. Recently, I've been reading a lot of the early Halo books. Oh, crap. Been reading a lot of early Halo. Is that an enemy? I couldn't tell. Because I don't know why he'd run out that way. And the early Halo books are really bloody good. If you never read Halo Fall of Reach or Halo the Flood or First Strike, do so. Smack him! Because the writing is really top-notch. Like, I can't find some stuff as good as that, and I've looked. Because Master Chief has a really cool character. And speaking of Master Chef, I've been working a few more Saturdays to pick up a Master Chief costume. Amazon has them for like $400, which is ridiculously cheap for the quality. Chuck grenade. Although you gotta love some of the cosplay snobs saying like, you could make one for like $50. Like, no, you couldn't. It's like, maybe if you own like a EVA foam EVA foam factory, or have your own 3D printer, but then the opportunity cost is still pretty high. Chuck grenade. Oh crap, no! No! Run! It's a semi-auto rifle I can just shoot. Just spray and pray. 30-06 spray. Let's see. I had 5 years out of my PS3 before the I got like a couple months before both PS3s I bought died. So, Xbox 360 still going strong after like, I don't even want to know how long. Although my first Xbox died pretty fast though, as did the second. But the redesigned model has been going on like 7 years, 8 years, something like that. Did launch a lot of problems. And yet, the PS3 and Xbox 360 lasted longer than a lot of others, so there's that. Chuck grenade. Get out of the way, you idiots! Well, Silver Wings, I highly recommend reading them. They're pretty damn good. There's actual character. And Master Chief actually has, you know, emotions. Unlike his, Halo, TV show counterpart, which we'll get to in a minute. I don't think Doom Guy costumes really exist where you can, like, just purchase one outright, but if they do, they're probably gonna be pretty expensive because they're very complex in terms of their design. Hey, don't tell me. Don't stop telling me out of here. I was comfortable. Oh crap! Come on, reload. Oh, I'm out of 30-06. Hey, it's like real life. Run. Hide me. And getting a Doom Guy costume just right is a little difficult, and if you don't actually have the six-pack to support it, it won't look quite right. At least with Master Chef, you're just in an entire suit of armor. No six-pack needed. Although in all reality, Master Chef wouldn't actually have a six-pack because six-packs are more or less just what can be referred to as beach muscles. They look good, but they're not actually that practical. I'm sorry, Corporal Allen. You looked like a German. Plague Wars trilogy. I read the first two of those. I didn't like it. It's kind of boring to a certain extent. Some of the sound effects in World of War were reused. 36, man. You're actually older than me. So like, I get that McCullen here is supposed to be having kind of like a emotional breakdown, and yet, his 3D model just kind of stands there. Shit! I'll hide behind the priceless car now. Although I highly doubt a Frenchy car would probably be that priceless. Hey, weren't we just here? Yeah, I think we were just here. Or did they reuse this? Oh, the Doom 2016 suit. Man, that would be really expensive. God damn it. I blame you, Anthony Jordan. The Praetor suit would be really expensive unless, like, some major company manufactured it. The reason why the Master Chief costume is so cheap is because it's mass produced. And so it can actually have economy of scale. Because I didn't really need to drop that smoke, did I? Whatever. They're not paying us by the hour. Suffered a shell shock moment. The PTSD.
Nicely done, Nick.
Oh crap. Why can't we have drums? Who threw that grenade right by my head? Damn it! I still love how this game has the little arm falling. You don't get details quite like that anymore. It actually reminds me of one detail that got removed from the Halo 2 Anniversary Edition. You no longer can see Master Chief's feet for some reason. You're able to do it on the Xbox, but not on the X-Bone, apparently. And Chuck. And promptly blow myself up like a dumbass. Why not? It's close enough. I still absolutely love the lighting on those helmets. Yeah, I bet you wish you had something better than a bolt action. All you need is a bolt action, man. Yeah, I think I'll pass on that. Just saying. Considering the bolt actions were obsolete in World War fucking 1, but whatever. It's not World War 1, it's World War fucking 1, right? Stop saying the same can line over and over again. See, if only they would repeal the NFA, we could have a legit MP40. Hopefully modified with a pick rail so you can put a red dot on there. Which would be legitimately the most fun thing imaginable. Alas, such things do not exist. Thank you, President. Actually, thank you, FDR. Federal overreach? What's that? Stoger double-barreled shotgun. There are cheaper options than a Stoger. You could just get a cheap Chinese. And it's a shotgun, so it's not like it's gonna matter that much. Audiobook for one of the newer 40K Krieg. Never really cared too much for the death core of Krieg. It's a Nebel Werfer. It werfs Nebels. Never really liked the death core of Krieg. They're just kind of boring. Oh my god, it's a Panzer IV. Oh, he ran over his own guy. I wonder if they were political rivals. Corporal Dixon, why are you just looking at the wall? Hey, I'll do what I want. I can hear German shouting. What up, dudes? I love your machine pistol, even though technically this is not quite the right fire rate. It's not quite right. I blast him. Because the one thing you never really see in these games is mag retention. Especially with the Krauts. Whoever's in that tank is a complete idiot. Oh, that was rough. I like how the tank just kind of like disintegrates before the explosion. It's the rust monster!
Follow me!
And a few lever actions. Yeah, and yeah, half the states do have constitutional carry. You're not gonna see that in Hawaii. Everybody loves Hawaii, but they don't quite know how bad the laws and the taxes are. Which I realize probably few people care about. No, deathcore. 7 months development. For a game this good, getting it done in 7 months, not bad. Not bad at all. I think once I finish this particular game, I'm gonna go to Halo 2. Because I want to get back to Halo, and I've already streamed Halo 1 a few times. Halo 2 is both a great game and one that annoyed me. As I read the Halo books, it's easy to see there's like a complete change between Halo 1 and Halo 2. Halo 2 becomes very generic, whereas Halo 1 had a really brutal and somewhat realistic universe. I'm actually going to argue that the last Spartan moment in Halo 2 was not as good as it seems, because it completely ruins any realism the game had. Oh my god, look at those god rays, although that looks kind of shit. Not gonna lie, that looks pretty shitty right there. That aged. Alright, I'll try to watch old Hux, assuming I can find him. Oh.
Take it easy, Huxley. Take it easy. I got you. No way Huxley can make it across the bridge with his leg like that. That means our engineer can't disarm the bomb, Sarge. Sarge!
Huxley, the aircraft bombs. Do they use a collapsible circuit? I don't think so, Sarge. So, they're just regular UXBs? Yeah. Guzzo, you're with me.
Forget it. Dix, he's officially got Section 8. It's suicide. Maybe not. Sarge was an engineer back in the day. Nick, cover the Sarge. Nice knowing you. Out of here! Move!
Super dramatic moment. Out of here! Move! I get that was a common thing in 2006, but it's still just kind of silly. Yeah, Schweinhund, whatever. What's wrong with dogs? Or pigs? Pigs are delicious. Smacky smack. Oh, I like how I love the ragdoll physics. I don't think he would have been blown backwards. That would be kind of impossible. Just saying. Point of view of a Acadian sergeant. I think I read that book. A bullet to the knee. Ouch. Reading JAT by Kevin J. Anderson. I'm not sure what that is. Any plans for the GeneralLotz? Like the submarine tour? I do not know if I'm going to be able to do anything like that. I got a few things planned for the summer, but it's all just personal stuff. I'd like to go do another outdoor excursion. It's just I don't have the time, and I've needed some time to relax. But the only thing I'm planning on is renting a jet ski and going to a water park this summer, in addition to going to a couple cons. So I would like to visit that Midway class carrier and do a walkthrough of that. We'll have to see. I do plan on spending some time in Galveston, and there's a ship there. I'm not sure if it's open anymore, called the Alyssa, and I might do that. I actually went there a few years ago, but didn't film. I actually thought I had. I've been trying to find the footage, and come to find out, it's like, oh yeah, I was just going to do that for fun. These days I've just been so busy working, I can't, whenever I get time off, I want to just spend it for myself. Oh, Jedi Academy Book 2. I don't remember anything about that. And then I think somebody, like, walked in some lava. 7-month development time. Not bad. Oh, I guess we're getting shot at. I shouldn't be, Happy, joy, fun time. McCullough, could you, like, get out of my way as I try to blast them with an MG42? Kraut, I'm trying to drink water here.
I can't move until you clear this bridge.
Realistically, I should just stay there, but whatever. I really don't want to cover your ass, sir. I mean, that'd be kind of weird. But don't ask, don't tell. Seven months. What is the deal with airline food? Music here is not too bad. Oh, I think I'm gonna get blown up. Just blast up. Who cares if it overheats? Oh, that guy got launched. It's a good thing we got infinite ammo. I'd have to move all that. (1916) shark attack. That'd be kind of neat. No, don't tell me they got rid of it.
Tell Guzzo. Tell him to go to hell.
You did good, Sarge.
Hey, Sergeant, how much longer are we gonna be here anyway?
At least until your crappy playing gives away our position.
Gentlemen, we are about to take part in a most daring offensive against the enemy. Glory or a glorious death awaits.
We get a choice which one?
Show the lieutenant some respect.
Who's this pissant?
Private Leslie Perron, but further introduction can wait. The Germans have pulled back to the ridge. We, mes amis, are going to take it from them.
All right, you heard the lieutenant. Get moving. Cole, get on that 50 cal. Peterson, start loading some ammo. And someone turn off that friggin' radio. That's not fighting music.
Thank you. Yeah, I might have to read the Jedi Academy at some point. Oh god, we got a turret section. There's a turret section that I swear happened in Medal of Honor Allied Assault, where you're in a Tiger tank, and yet I've never, whenever I replay Medal of Honor Allied Assault, it's not there. It's like, I could have swore it was there, but it's not. I have no idea what I must have played where you play it as a Tiger tank, and I'd love to know what that is. Like, you steal like a prototype one or something. And I could have swore it was Medal of Honor Allied Assault. I have no idea for the life of me what it could be. There's another turret section where you have like some sort of grenade launcher. Oh, I'm really hurt. They have some kind of grenade launcher too, that I also thought was in Medal of Honor Allied Assault, and it's not there either. Did I just imagine it? Did I just hallucinate turret sections? So it is an Allied Assault, then why don't I ever find it? Hey, Koenigstiger. All the ribbon counters are gonna be like, how dare you get it wrong? It's like... Alright, let's see. I keep thinking that tank's gonna explode anytime soon, but it somehow is able to survive. I was like... And that is a giant Bren gun. If I was ever gonna get a light machine gun, it would probably be a Bren gun in 308. Probably. Because I am quite fond of those. Alas, Bren guns are tens of thousands of dollars, and... Get out of the way, you idiot! I blame you, Robochad, or how the fuck you pronounce it. Yeah, I have played Medal of Honor Rising Sun. I played it on the Xbox years and years ago, but I never went back to it. But yeah, I've not played Medal of Honor Allied Assault in a long time. I might have to stream that at some point. Okay, I gotta actually pay attention so I don't keep getting blasted by that MG42. Yeah, I think there was some video that a YouTuber did, like, comparing the Bren gun to the MG42 and saying how much better the Bren gun was. It's like, I don't think that's entirely accurate. The Bren gun's great and all, but the MG42 is, like, superior in every way. Mainly because it was, like, the best machine gun in World War II and is still used today. It's Private Picard! It's his great-great-great-great-grandfather! So that's who the Klingons kidnap. That is a very unfortunate name, Mr. Dixon. Is he a private dick that's a sex machine to all the chicks? I don't know. His animation's kind of fucked up, so maybe he's not gonna get the babes with that. He's kind of twitchy. Sergeant's Heroes. I need to play that eventually as well. Playing the Armament games with the PS. And yeah, they did have a Bren gun in that, which was very strange. But then again, it was plastic army men, so it's like, it's not meant to be 100% accurate. And I guess one day I need to emulate those games and see if they're actually still any good. It's one of the Army Men series is kind of like battle tanks in that they were great in their day, but didn't really last past the early 2000s. Run away from the grenade! Battle Tanks is still remarkably not awful, with Global Assault being a little better. Which had such a weird plot of, like, you drive a tank, but you don't hold a general's rank, but instead, all the women died off from, like, a disease. I guess that made the MGTOWs happy. But in addition to that, there's, like, psychics and weird shit like that. I mean, the 90s was such an imaginative time where you could literally have a disease wipe out all of all the females, and then have psychic powers become part of it too. It's like, what? It's beautiful. Now it's like, military dude has to fight space Russians. Sprussians for short. Or Spermans. Spermans? Oh my god! I don't know if I really want to fight the Spermans. The Nausicaa of the village. I never really got into manga, or how the hell you pronounce it. I like anime well enough, but I never really got into Eastern literature. Just never really cared for much of the plot. I tried to watch like the most popular anime of all time, One Piece, and I found it to be perfectly okay. But not really my kind of thing in terms of like comedy or action or anything. And I can't imagine watching like I think One Piece is like 1,000 individual episodes. I don't want to watch 1,000 of anything except maybe Star Trek, but like 1,000 episodes on a pirate anime about some guy who's like made out of rubber or something trying to find some kind of treasure. I don't know how you get 1,000 episodes out of that, but I don't want to know.
Lieutenant! Lieutenant!
Ah, Baron, we missed you. Good nap, did we?
But Sir, I was manning the radio
You
and...
should have been manning a gun.
Battalion radioed. Jerry set up a command post in an industrial compound nearby.
Bon, then that's where we'll make our stand against Jerry's counterattack. They won't go quietly into that good night. Nor should you, Baron. All right,
Baron.
let's move out.
Environ. Comic strips, semantics, the same medium storytelling. Naruto. I know that if it's Rurouni Kenshin, I tried to sit through that back in the early 2000s and didn't really like it. And Naruto, I gotta be honest, I've never seen Naruto, but I'm sure it's a jerk. Naruto, I just don't like the art style, so... The closest thing to a manga that I ever tried to read was, the manga for, Outlaw Star, which was a bit different from the show, I think. And ultimately, I just kind of gave up on it. Okay, I do not have, like, a secondary weapon. I thought I'd have a number 4 Mark 1, but evidently not. But I have very specific kinds of stories that I like. Like the Halo novels, which I am kind of like really engrossed in. It's got to have the right kind of characters, it has to have the right kind of plot. And if it doesn't have that, it just can't really get into it. Okay, come on, people, just let me throw a smoke grenade so you don't all die. We'll hide behind the wooden boxes. That'll protect us. Picard, you can't die. You gotta have lots of kids, so in the 24th century, a bald man commands a starship. And saves humanity on far too many occasions. Come on, run, 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 run! Haha! Yeah, that's another thing. It's like, do you need 1,000 episodes to tell a story? Sometimes brevity is not a bad thing. It's kind of like trying to read, like, really, really long books that are like, you know, 1,000 pages. It's not a... I don't mind reading things that are that long, but usually it's nothing but filler. I think Cowboy Bebop only had like 2 or 3 episodes of filler, so... Blast up! So, like, with Star Trek, it works, because Star Trek, it's a new planet each week. So, you know, it works. Army-Men War Chest. Yeah, that's pretty good. Trying to get Army-Men World at War to work is pretty annoying. It does not like modern-day computers, that is for sure. Sailor Moon, Sailor Moon's not bad, but like I watched that as a kid. That used to come on TV like at 3 in the morning. Just what the hell? Oh come on! Friendly fire will not be tolerated. He was gonna be like, you know, evil in the future. I swear. Inuyasha is another one of those that's like, I don't know how many thousands of episodes that is. With like sequel movies and shit like that. And evidently they never actually find all the shards of like the quantum crystal or whatever that gets broken in the first fucking episode. It's like, just finish the story already. But I definitely could not sit through 1,000 episodes of One Piece. That just wouldn't happen. Because it's just pirates. And it wasn't even a particularly compelling story, and God damn it. Redub Sailor Moon. Of course, the only problem with redubbing old anime is I think it sometimes loses something that made the original anime kind of good. Like, the bad voice acting's part of it. Because I gotta be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, it's not like a lot of these anime plots are that good to begin with. They're usually cheesy as hell. Come on, run faster, you idiot! Okay, I'm just gonna hide here for a moment. Just hide me. Finding all the jewel shards. It had a definitive ending. Okay. I shot that guy, and they said it was friendly fire. Well, see, his name is Rutherford. Wait, is it Hank Hill's? Is that Cotton? No, it's probably not Cotton Hill. Cotton Hill was not Canadian, although it'd be hilarious if he was. Hank Hill is from New York City, and Cotton Hill is from Canada. Like, that's about as far from Texas as you can possibly get. Chuck the Mills bomb! Okay, that looked pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie. And that more awesome still. Okay, now you're just overdoing it, game. Oh, his AI just died. Run, run, run! Sailor Moon greatly, but if you grew up with it, you can still watch it, probably. I've never watched Neon Genesis Evangelion, or Evangelion, whichever way you pronounce it. It looks kind of interesting, but it also looks as pretentious as hell. Like, it looks really pretentious for, like, a show about giant robots fighting giant monsters. If I want to watch that, I will just watch The Big O, thank you very much. I mean, it's Batman, but he's got a giant robot for the Batmobile. I mean, you can't get much better than that. Stop shooting me! Their camouflage actually works. I'm gonna watch it in my case someone who watched the whole series of original shit. You know, I actually have a friend who only will watch things in the original Japanese. He's a big fan of Dragon Ball, and the only thing I've only ever watched Dragon Ball dubbed from the early 2000s. I don't think I could watch it in Japanese. Let's see. You're gonna like it or you're not gonna... Yeah, I'm probably not gonna enjoy the... Cause like, isn't like the guy Shinji supposed to be like really wimpy and that's like part of the plot, and then he has to like learn to pilot a giant robot to save humanity and everybody dies anyway? God damn it. Kerbal Space Program. I probably should try that at some point in the future, but I just could never really get into such a thing. Which books did you read? I actually had thought the one Dean Koontz book I have read, I actually thought was a Stephen King book. For the longest time, I thought it was a Stephen King book, but it wasn't. I don't remember the name. But it was a book where, like, this guy goes back in time. The Natsuks create a time machine, and, like, I haven't read this book in probably 20 years, but I still vaguely remember it. Like, the Natsuks go back in time to, like, stop from losing World War II, and for some reason they keep hassling this one woman for some reason, and I'm not really sure why. And then I think, like, one of the Natsuks learns that, you know, being a Natsuk is bad. If you're a Natsuk, you're bad, so he stops being bad. And that's all I can remember from it. I just thought it was kind of basic. Oh yeah, and I also read the first two Frankenstein books, which weren't that awful. But still very pedestrian, in my opinion. Crap, no! Just fill them full of lead. Damn it! Lightning. No, there's a chance they can come back, huh? That's one thing, like, I hate reading anything where everybody dies at the end because it's like, what's the point? Why did I waste my time reading that? It's one of those things, that's sort of an acquired taste, I suppose. It's like, there's a lot of books and a lot of films where everybody dies and it's like, life is pain, nothing but pain, man. There's a book trilogy I read, I think it was like The First Law or something, where like it was an inversion of Lord of the Rings, and like the Gandalf guy was really evil, and the Frodo guy didn't actually get to do anything and ends up in a, you know, terrible marriage. It's like, I spent 2 weeks reading that, because I read the whole trilogy because I wanted to know what happened, and it was like, what was it? I will never get those 2 weeks back. Stephen King. He's not that bad, but once again, his stuff is also pedestrian in my opinion as well. I mean, I've read some of his stuff. With the most recent King book I read was that 1963 book where Kennedy doesn't get shot. Although, it took him like most of the book to save Kennedy, and then ultimately it was this weird time storm that was like the big twist. Which just seemed kind of a cop-out, you know? Instead of exploring the greater political fallout of Kennedy not dying, it's like, oh, it's the time storm. What? Recently, I've just been doing a lot of rereads, and the last book trilogy I read was the Grimoire trilogy by Larry Correia. Trilogy I highly recommend. It's basically 1930s. No, you idiot! Not Rutherford! Now Hank Hill will never be born! Who will serve as propane and propane accessories? Okay, let's chuck a grenade. You call that a throw? You suck. Actually, no, it didn't look like that would go that far. But yeah, Grimoire is like magic in the 30s. And the first book is basically Star Wars. And it's really one of my favorites of all time. Yeah, why don't I pick up the MP40? This guy is straying. Somebody attract all their souls. What? Made me happy when everyone died. Sleepwalkers, I've heard of it, I've never seen it. I've not read Running Man by Stephen King, but I know it's very, very different. Where basically, the Ben Richards character literally pulls a 9/11, so that was not in the movie. Running Man. See, if you haven't seen that, I highly recommend it. It's one of Schwarzenegger's best. It's just a fun, simple action movie, you know? I like the old woman in there. It's like, I can pick anyone I choose, and I choose Ben Richards. That boy is one mean motherfucker. It's like, oh, I missed the 80s. I wasn't even alive in the 80s except for the last year. I was alive in the 80s for 11 months. No, 10 months. I'm math good. I'm math very good. Someone photoshopped Dale Gribble as an Imperial Inquisitor. But I mean, they're not wrong. Is that before or after I kicked him in the testicles? That's my purse. I mean, hey, if it works, it works. Ironically, though, that boy wasn't that wrong. I mean, Bobby Hill wasn't that bad. At least he wasn't, you know, a sajub. He had some morals. So, yeah. I can go where I want to go. I go where I want to go. Hey, I'm Canadian. I could easily be, you know, Wolverine. I can't jump over a railing. It's my one fatal flaw. Actually, I'm gonna snap up that K98K. I could sell it 80. They're all waiting for me. It's like, come on, stop stealing weapons. I can steal what I want to steal. Or not?
Good work, man.
Oh, I had to be in the right spot.
Secure the entrances.
Yes, sir. Cole, you're with me. There are 4 ways in. We block off 3. Jerry will be bottlenecked into going the way we want him to.
Salem's Lot. I started reading that, but I didn't really like it, so I kind of gave up halfway through. I just found it kind of boring. Kind of like with Necroscope. That's one of those famous horror novels that's supposed to be great. Crap. Hide me. It's one of those novels that was supposed to be great about like vampires during the Cold War, but for me it was just kind of boring. If I don't like the characters, I never can really get into a novel. And I most assuredly did not like the characters in Necroscope. That's another one of those things where like everybody dies at the end. What really picks up. Yeah, I might try it again at some point. I can usually get... Oh crap, throw it! Okay, it takes way too long to throw back a grenade. Like, way too long. Okay, what the hell am I supposed... What's the objective here? Use the crane to block the northwest entrance. Open the valve at the north... Okay, so I should probably have paid attention to the mission briefing. I'm going to assume it's win World War II. Okay, so we have to first get uranium to build an atomic bomb. Okay. I'm at a charge at the base. Base of what? The only problem with this is there's way too much incoming fire because there's way too many crowds. Oh, there's the charge. I see it. I can play video game. Now, can you imagine if we got... Imagine just you're waggling this thing and praying it works. So yeah, you're trying to do that. Ugh. Motion controls were a mistake. That's why Xbox superior, all others inferior. Because this is the last console I ever bought. Because it's like, who cares? PC superior, micro shaft. Chuck, grenade! Come on, dude, you can make it. Skywalker in the Shadows of Endor. I still need to actually read that book. Oh, I shot my own guy again. It's a Valve puzzle. Would it look like if Valve made a, I still just find it weird to, do these little QTEs to do little things. It's weird, but not unwelcome. Wow, he's strang. Where the vampire had been hiding. 1970s hardcover, not bad. My biggest problem with horror will always be that one guy with a rifle could easily take down whatever villain shows up. Which is why I love Monster Hunter International, because that's usually what happens. It's either that or a Saiga 12. Did you ever notice all the horror movie villains, they usually go after, like, teenagers, or they attack in areas that are gun-free zones. Hey, kind of like real life, but anyway. Eat Mills Bomb. At least I assume that's what that is. Well, jump, get in there! Oh, well, I'm dead. Yep, I knew it. Shot in the back. See, old Freddy, though, it'd be hard to say if one would or wouldn't do it. You can see, like, if Freddy lives in a world with magic, well, then just learn magic. I mean, the implication is such that if magic exists in one way, it has to exist in others. And my question with... The only problem with, like, Freddy and all the rest is, like, okay, wait, if that happens with him, can it happen to other people, too, that become undead mass murderers? There's a lot of questions that that movie leaves open. It's like, wait a minute. In short, Hellboy just needs to show up and start killing. Jump over the fucking thing! Can I have your rifle? No, I can't. Asshole, I want your number 4 Mark 1. I don't think you'd have time to say that in real life, but whatever. Stop blowing me up already. This is actually of some difficulty, I suppose. Robochard, you can do it! Although, shouldn't you be leading since you're a lieutenant? Just saying. Imagine if you failed the puzzle to turn the valve. It's like, are you an idiot? Yes. Okay, let's actually pay attention here. Pippin magic on Freddy. Yeah, but that was just a kid, though. Imagine if like it was an actual like wizard or something, which one would assume exists. I like to think that like in the Freddy universe, there are actual wizards, but Freddy is such a minor level threat that they don't even care. It's like, oh, that guy's not. All he's doing is terrorizing a couple of American teenagers. Who cares? Of course, I'd like to see like a Grey Knight. Oh crap! Like a Grey Knight take down Freddy in like one hit. See, of the Space Marines, the Grey Knights are still my favorite because like they're the elite of the elite, and they routinely fight demons like it's nothing. Like they just eat demons for breakfast. Let's see. Explain things stupidly. Oh, I don't think he'd be too. He would not be having good days if he did that. Goddamn hitboxes. What am I doing here? Okay, we gotta use some kind of crane. Denny, crane! Run, run, run! Bunny hop, do something! Use the science machine! I kind of... Come on, you can do it! I like how that one... I was gonna say, I like how that one thing did that, but I guess it's a little more complicated than that. Now see, this is cool. You don't see this in modern day CODs. Kid being a wizard. Space Marine was a coin flip, Blood Angels, and Salamanders. And Vulcan is pretty awesome. Although I still kind of like the old Rabute Gilliman. Vulcan does get the shaft though pretty bad. Possibly literally. I mean, they said he got tortured a lot, so I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, Conrad Kurzay's probably, yeah. Oh dear. The implications are, dire. Defend the factory compound from the counterattack. Damn Germans always counterattacking. They were always pretty good at that until like all their really highly trained troops were, well, dead. Oh crap, run. That's a lot of tanks, and I'm going the exact wrong way. Stop shooting me, you asshole! Can't we all just get along? Pretty awesome. Administrator. Also, that was one of my... Almost shot one of my guys again. Like, seriously, people, we need to have more, you know, distinct uniforms. Just saying. It's kind of hard. Everybody just kind of looks the same shade of gray. Music here is also pretty bloody good. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of torn now. I don't know if this game is my favorite or not. It's starting to get up there, though, as I get further and further. And oh crap, we got a tank. I like how I was able to survive getting blown up by a tank. I don't think that would really work. I don't think you'd even survive the backblast. Where's the Panzer Shrek? What? I don't even see what are you talking about? I just work here. Unless it's over here. Like, right out in the... Yeah, of course, it's just right there. No, I'm trying to that's a K98K. There it is. I can look. My eyes work. Now, of course, the only problem with this Panzerschreck here is the blast shield doesn't work, isn't quite right. That seems very stupid, but okay. Sergeant Khalad. Oh, come on, it's just a tank shell. You can survive that. You got the plot armor. Of course, that was the other problem with Halo 2, is that introduced the Master Chief plot armor. Where no longer was he just a really competent soldier, but he basically could survive falling from orbit. Why? Because. That's why. Let's see. And hello, Francis. Smacky, smacky. You gotta love Havoc physics. That's gonna be really expensive. Oh crap, just chuck, no! Okay, I must have to hit something else to throw the grenade. It doesn't just do it automatically, because that does not give you much time to actually throw a grenade, and I'm gonna have to do all that shit again. Or not. Or I do. Of course, you can't just immediately get back to the factory. You gotta, like, not die. See, plot armor annoys me because that's just the issue with shoddy writing. Because you consider Star Wars didn't really require that much plot armor, and it can be implied that, you know, the Imperials were trying to take the Big Three alive, so they weren't being quite as aggressive as they might otherwise have been. And it was a hard-fought victory. Quite unlike the absolutely abhorrent Rise of Skywalker. Although that show wasn't particularly woke, it just was very poorly written. With the Death Star dagger. I don't know who thought that was a good idea or why. And speaking of bad writing, that Halo TV series is very, very poorly written. And it's just getting worse. And if you're a Halo fan like myself, it's just pure cancer. I mean, Master Chief trying to kill off Dr. Halsey. What in the actual fuck, ladies and gentlemen? I mean, that's like Luke wanting to kill Obi-Wan. And I have absolutely no faith that the Obi-Wan show will be anything but awful. And yeah, like, you can have a dire situation and just have it make sense for them to get out of it. That's one of the things I'm quite fond of when it comes to Larry Correia, is he'll put his characters into difficult situations, and instead of using, you know, plot armor, they have to actually earn their victories. Ooh, that guy got rocked. Private Colored? Or is that Sergeant Colored? Hey, if he's a sergeant, why doesn't he send a private? I'm just saying. And yeah, he definitely did something all right. It's not that really Colored. Don't die before we get there. Hey, don't tell me what to do. I thought I was supposed to be like a lieutenant or something. You know, it'd probably work if they actually had the tank move. Run, dude, run! Why are you staring at the wall? Oh crap. Come on, explode already! I don't have to do all that again? He didn't see me. Oh, that explosion is so bad, but whatever. Hey, wait, Rutherford's alive again. We're back in the Hank Hill timeline. It's the best timeline. Charcoal is still superior. Although I guess propane is a little easier. You just turn it on. Oh crap, another tank. See, he said it was a tiger. Okay, I guess I can't go this way. Yep, dead. And yeah, they are trying to disrespect the source material. Looks like it. I just would like it if the Halo TV series would stop making Master Chief, well, kind of whiny. And if they could just, you know, have a little more action. I'm not asking for a lot, I'm just asking for, like, you know, a gunfight now and again. For both charcoal and propane. Yeah, if you're gonna grill every day, you'd probably want to just go straight up propane and propane accessories. Because charcoal takes forever to get just right. I love how I can't actually get to the crate because the plot does not allow me yet. So, like, plot contrivances aren't always a bad thing. It's like with Star Trek, you know? The idea of traveling at the speed of the plot, that's not bad. I mean, you don't want to wait forever for them to finally get somewhere. It's like, oh yes, we're gonna take 3 months to get here. It's like, wow, that's 3 months of what? And there has to be some drama for them to actually, it's gonna take them a little while to get wherever. Oh, that, okay, so we have to wait for the tank to blow that up. Please don't die. Please God, don't die. Yep, never mind. I did not pray hard enough. Okay, let's try it again, shall we? That's the only problem with checkpoints. Thank you, Halo. Especially the longer missions, although Far Cry 1 was the worst with that. Which is why you could use the console commands to save whenever you wanted. Kind of a plot armor. I don't know if I'd say that Kane has plot armor. Caiaphas Kane from 40K does not, in my... Because, like, he's really good at sword fighting because he practices a lot. He's got a bunch of troops with him. And usually, there's a good explanation for why. Like, when he fights the Space Marine, it's like the guy was already wounded. And that kind of... That makes sense. There is a fine line between plot armor and just, do you want the guy to live or not, you know? If everybody dies in the first 5 minutes, you don't have much of a show.
They're throwing smoke.
Throwing smoke? Oh noes. Not the smoke. It's the with Reed. Okay, I'm gonna get blasted by the tank. Wait, if I'm over here, oh, it doesn't matter where I am. I'm just gonna go down. Oh my. Going down, eh? Okay. It takes an entire tank shell to blow open that one crate. And zap. Come on, load! Load! Beware of blast indeed.
To the northeast! German tank! We're out of ammo!
Pick up paper at certain times. There's 40k in and of itself is a bit absurdist now and again. I like it when it's more realistic. Ooh, that guy died. Just got zapped. Okay, let's try this for the billionth time. Hey, stop telling me to move. I will smack you for that. You're not moving, you're just staring off into space. Asshole. Sergeant Collard. Let's call it greens. Alright, let's... Go, 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 go. Why aren't you going? Why aren't you going faster? I'm not supposed to go over there. So I'm gonna shoot you just for the fun of it. Now, there's one complaint about Halo 5 that I kind of have a problem with, and that's like, they were saying that Master Chief almost got beaten up by the new character for that game. I can't remember his name at the moment. I knew what it was earlier today, but it's slipping my mind right now. But I actually watched the fight, and it's like Master Chief kicks that guy's ass pretty handedly. I mean, it makes sense, because Master Chief has way more experience than that guy does. God damn it. Okay, we're gonna flank the tiger. You mean go around? I almost thought that was one of my... That is what... No! Ugh. Fuck you, game. Fuck you. Yeah, Spartan Locke. Spartan Locke, I think his character is not that bad. It's much better than what people were saying it was. And he got his ass kicked by Chief. I mean, it makes sense. So I don't know where people got the whole thing of, oh, tried to disrespect Master. It did not happen. It did not. Spartan Locke did not beat him. He did not. I think the reason why people hated Halo 5 so much is that you primarily played as Spartan Locke from what I could see. I've not played the game myself since I don't have a bone, but I did watch the game movie of that, and it looks like you primarily play as Locke, which I don't really have a problem with because his character's fairly good. I mean, a break from Master Chief is not a bad thing. Really, when it comes to Halo, I would love for there to be a Halo 2 and 3 novelization, just because the games are fine, but I like having more information. And the Halo 1 novelization is just so goddamn good. Not again. Not again. I just keep shooting my own people over and over again and have to keep redoing this goddamn mission. That's what I wasn't good. And yeah, the Spartan 4s. Now see, like, Sarah Palmer I can understand people hating, because she's obnoxious. For whatever reason, modern day writers don't really know how to write strong females, so they make any female with strength obnoxious, which doesn't really endear them to fans. But Locke is perfectly fine. Okay, let's try this again. And yeah, Spartan 2, basically a Space Marine. Although sadly, a Space Marine from 40k could easily handle Master Chief, just because the Space Marine's going to be stronger, faster, more durable, and more experienced than even he is. There's a way Chief could win, but it would require a lot of luck and plot armor. Now, like, Chief and Blue Team would be able to take down a Space Marine, but would not be able to take down a Space Marine squad. Because once again, just not enough firepower. Now, I would like some more Sergeant Johnson stuff. Sergeant Johnson did get his own book in Contact Harvest, but Contact Harvest had a lot of problems in and of itself. The weird thing about the early Halo books is just how much of that stuff is still canon, and how forward-thinking a lot of that stuff was. Okay, come on, give me the MP40. Thank you. Billionth time is the charm. I guess eventually I should read the more modern Halo novels. I just didn't really like it after Halo 3. 100 fights. Yeah, once or twice. Maybe. If it was a particularly arrogant Space Marine, he might have a chance. But like, a Space Marine of any level of competency should be able to handle him. Oh yeah, there's no way Master Chief is winning against a Custodes. And a Primarch, pfft, that's like saying Batman could somehow fight against Captain Atom and win in a fist fight. I mean, a Custodes is to Chief what Chief is to the average Marine. They might look a bit goofy with their machine gun spears, but they're pretty badass. And he gets blowed up. There he goes. Come on, explode. Boom. Okay, so I guess we gotta go over here and trigger that so we can go over there and blow that tank up. Okay, and here comes the tank. I think.
Take cover!
Yep, there it is. Eat this, Jerry. I don't think people would have talked like that back then, but whatever. Okay, let's try not to shoot our own people this time. Even though they run in front of my field of fire, but whatever. No one ever said they were smart. Evidently, like, I'd love to actually see a book from the perspective of a Custodes. I don't know if there actually is one or not. Actually, no, I take that back. There have been. I think Watchers on the Throne was one of them. Oh crap, no, not again, not again! Hide, no! God damn, okay. This game's starting to annoy me. I think I might just be getting tired. But good God. It's like, they need a few more checkpoints, just because this is really starting to get annoying. Like, it's not hard, it's just, if you're not paying attention, or you just want to get through it, it's like, you get shot enough times, and you gotta do the same exact shit. It's still not as bad as some other games, though. I'm not complaining too much. The biggest issue with this game is just seeing the enemy, because they do blend into the background way too easily. I mean, I guess that is more realistic than not, but it's like sometimes it's hard to even know where to look. And so you're just getting shot by all kinds of crap. It's like, just looking here, you don't see anything. Look over there, I guess you see that guy. Okay, come on, tank. You know what to do. Character gives his cape to a random human. Not bad. Like, trying to shoot these guys all the way out there, it's like, are they really a threat? Are they going to be able to really do anything? And then, ugh. And that guy's ragdoll is just kind of clipped into the wall, but whatever. And he just kind of teleported through the wall, but whatever. Okay, there it is. Good God, what do I keep? Okay. And thump. I think after we finish this mission, I'll go ahead and call it a day. And thump. Okay. I'm not even going to bother picking up that gun because it doesn't seem to make much of a difference. Oh, we're always out of ammo. I still don't know why there's not been another 40k first-person shooter other than one where you don't even play as an Imperial. I mean, come on. It's such an untapped market. It's like, 40k is all about war, and you don't have a first-person shooter? There's not even mods for that, which is really weird to me. Okay, come on. Come on, dude. Learn to run. Yep, he's gonna run over here, stare at the wall. Zap. Like how that guy's using his K98K and not the MG42. Okay, come on, place the charge. Let's go. Come on, there you go. Ooh, there's a little bit of smoke coming out of there. I like that. Nice little detail for a 7-month-long game. Yeah, but that's not really an excuse, though. You know, just because Tau Fire Warrior was not that great doesn't mean you don't make one where you actually play as something somebody would want. That's another thing that I was thinking about recently. You know, the whole idea of like superhero fatigue, that right there is kind of silly for a number of reasons. For one, when people actually get the movie they want, like say Spider-Man No Way Home, people will go see it and it will make billions of dollars. When you make movies no one likes, like say Mobius, then you lose money. You know, it's like, it's not so much that people don't have a desire to watch superhero movies, it's just people don't want to watch crap movies. And so if you want to make a Warhammer 40k FPS, have you play as a, you know, Imperial Guardsman and not a Tau. That's why it was such a bad idea. Or a Space Marine or something like that. Although a Space Marine wouldn't be a good choice for a first-person shooter because Space Marines do a lot of shooting, but they also do a lot of blade work as well. Okay, there's the tank. Okay, let's try not to shoot our own people and try not to get shot. Bolivar. Okay, let's... But yeah, the whole idea of superhero fatigue, Star Wars fatigue, that's all crap. It's excuses. The reality is, people have fatigue for bad films and games and things of that nature. You know, if you want people to watch superhero movies, make superhero movies people want to actually see, and don't just keep making the same tired crap over and over again. There he is. See right there, that's the biggest problem. It's like, what am I looking at? Oh, crap. Okay, don't go that way. That's a bad idea. We're not going to go that way. We're just going to chuck the grenade there and hope that that'll actually work so we can get close enough to it. Imperial Guard game or expands on the battlefield. Check that in just a second, assuming I don't get blasted again. Crap, no! Now, of course, I would be really screwed if that tank actually moved. Hey. I like how the world just kind of goes away. I'm invincible! Come on. I like how that's supposed to be really dramatic and just saving content.
The Canadians continue their push south on the Falaise Road, forcing the Germans to fall back towards Falaise, while the Polish 1st Armored Division guards the Canadians' western flank. Working in concert, the four nations combine to force the Germans into a narrow corridor, trapping them between the Americans to the south and the British, Canadian, and Polish armies to the north.
For plan to work, cooperation must be perfect, like ballet. But soldiers are not dancers.
So maybe we not wait. Maybe we go right after Richter and his tanks. We are closest.
Close is dangerous. Richter has advantage in armor and supplies.
So we cut Richter's supply line.
For that, we rely on the British.
All right. LaRoche, Doyle, and Corporal Keith will take out the perimeter defenses and open the main gate.
Laroche, Doyle et Caporal Keith détruiront les bases allemandes du périmètre et ouvriront la voie de base.
Once the gates open, we'll move in.
Une fois que la voie est ouverte, nous nous déplacerons à l'intérieur.
Two sections will hold the entrance while one section destroys anything that looks remotely useful to Jerry.
La section 2 bloquera l'entrée tandis que la section 1 détruira tout ce qui est utile aux Boches.
And Keith, you make damn sure you get yourself past those bloody sentries as quickly as possible.
My pleasure. Look after yourself with these onion eaters.
Votre mère a la syphilis, mon ami.
Aye. Good luck to you too, Frenchie.
Let's move out!
Hey, what's wrong with onions? Onions are great. Alright, as soon as this cutscene ends, we will call it a day.
You're
Clear, Frenchie. Advance.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is more Call of Duty 3. I'm actually liking this game a whole lot more now that I've finally gotten used to it. Checkpoints could be better placed, but that's just a minor nickel and dime issue. Alright, well until then, I am GeneralLotz, wishing you good, oh crap, Neon Genesis Evangelion, whatever, makes you happy.